Now, over the years, beauty pageants have often been criticised for being outdated or accused of setting unrealistic beauty standards.
Well, it doesn't get more unrealistic than this. The world's first ever AI beauty pageant, made up entirely of computer-generated women, or characters that are women, will take place later this month.
But before we discuss that further, here's a quick guide to what AI actually is. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence and is a fast-growing technology that enables computers to problem-solve and simulate human intelligence. It collects a massive amount of data, more data than a human could ever process, and responds based on what it learns. AI is already used in things like our phones and social media, so it can recommend things that we like. It can be used to write essays, drive cars, and even help doctors with medical treatments. It's so popular that around 1 in 6 UK organisations now embrace AI technology.
I genuinely believe that technologies like AI will bring a transformation as far-reaching as the Industrial Revolution, the coming of electricity, or the birth of the internet. But like those waves, it also brings new dangers and new fears.
AI does raise concerns, with people worried about it replacing human jobs, invading our privacy, or spreading misinformation. Despite this, AI is becoming a bigger part of our lives as the technology behind it becomes more and more advanced.
It's not going anywhere, is it?
No, nowhere at all.
The 10 finalists for Miss AI have been announced today. So one of the judges, Sally Ann Fawcett, joins us now alongside technology reporter Will Guyatt to discuss how we feel about this. Sally Ann, first of all, let's start with you because you've been a competitor within beauty pageants.
Indeed, in the 80s, yeah.
In the 80s, you've been a judge in beauty pageants as well.
So I've judged Miss Great Britain.
So you're passionate about the history of beauty pageants. This seems like a step in another direction, but one you felt compelled to be a part of.
Well, when the FanView World AI Creator Awards approached me and said you would be the perfect judge, I mean, I too had doubt. I thought, well, what is this? But when I looked into it more, there are so many perceptions of AI women as being hypersexualised, impossibly beautiful. And we thought if we could choose an ambassador, a role model that women and young girls could look up to and gain some really powerful messages from, I think that's a good thing because AI is not going to go away, as you said. And to have that platform, I think, is probably a very good thing. Use it positively.
So can I just... Sorry, Kat, can I just call you up? Because these are, I think, the finalists we've got here. I know you've got notes on the shortlist. Yeah. Hypersexualised is one thing, but you said impossibly beautiful. Every single one of those characters that has been created digitally is impossibly beautiful.
They are all beautiful.
Like, they're all literally impossibly beautiful. But they have no flaws, they have no wrinkles, there's one with a few freckles, but they are all impossibly beautiful.
In their own individual way.
In their own individual way.
Entirely my point and concern. Now, I find it very interesting that there's going to be this, this pageant, but young people already are struggling to work out what's real and what's not on the internet. Now, these will be clearly flagged, but if these are using generative AI techniques, they are trained on all kinds of hundreds and thousands and millions of images from magazines, probably including those ones that are airbrushed beyond your wildest dreams. So, in my mind, you're starting from an unrealistic place. Now, I think AI is here to stay. I think there is a huge conversation to have about this. But for me, I don't feel this is really a long-term solution. I feel it's it's got attention because it's got the word AI in it.
Gimmicky.
But I think I judge modern-day beauty pageants, and it's not just about the physical beauty. It's about the inner beauty. It's about the message that they're portraying. It's about the whole person. And obviously, these are not real women, but they all convey a certain message that I think people can relate to.
So, can we talk about that? The top left-hand character there. Do you know which one that is?
Kenza.
That's Kenza. Will you tell us a little bit about Kenza?
She's got a following of 190,000. And I know it's amazing, isn't it? And she promotes women's rights in Morocco, where she was created, and female empowerment. And I think that, sometimes people can relate to a character like this. Do you remember in the 70s when they had cartoon characters doing road safety and safety awareness and things like that? They really related to them.
There's an interesting point there, Will, isn't there? That actually Kenza, in an environment where she's promoting empowering women in Morocco and the Middle East, that all sounds very admirable.
she's also commercially advertising sun cream as well. So there is money going to the hands of whoever is in control of Kenza, and that's the influencer. Why get somebody from Made in Essex when you can create your own talent that's going to answer the phone, it's going to always post the pictures on time? So there is an element, and I'm excited about the element of where everyday users pick this up and go, hey, let's have a go with the technology and play with it. But I'm also a bit more cynical, and I know that there'll be ad agencies and companies creating these unrealistic women to sell more product, to get more ad deals. That's all influencers, well, not all the influencers use, but many influencers use social media for commercial purposes. This is purely cutting out the celebrity.
Because also, Will, you're saying that by having these made-up women as role models, this could be problematic.
I'm probably not the person to talk about that, but I have a young daughter.
Yeah.
And my young daughter already says, oh, I want to look like that princess, or I want to look like this, or I want to look like that. And my prime concern is if we're already having problems with young people struggling with their understanding and perception of what beauty is, if you're then creating it through artificial intelligence and other technology. And for me, the thing about artificial intelligence is it's so wide a field. It's everything from life-saving cancer treatment through to shoving John Lennon back into another Beatles song. And we need to get a bit more dialogue and discussion about how it's going to impact people, because for every fear that it's going to steal your job, my dad has just been diagnosed with cancer this morning. And I know that previously, for this technology, there'll be better technology for detection of cancer for people like my dad. And my partner, who has a rare kind of breast cancer, she got it a year ago. 6 months after that, they were able to detect that cancer years earlier because of new advances in AI. Yeah. So there's lots to be said, and I'm worried that if we do too many gimmicky things with AI, everybody will turn off. And this morning I'm going to go, oh, no, we've done 2 AI stories this month. We're not interested in talking about this really important advance in science.
But, I mean, to be fair, I understand what you say, and I think you've got to make a very good point, but this isn't gimmicky. There are AI women all over the internet, all over social media, and it's not just about the looks, it's about the message that they give. When we're judging...
It starts with the looks, though, does it not?
But it doesn't...
I mean, there is not one of those AI-created characters there isn't what you would class as unbelievably beautiful.
I think they're not... Some of them are not stereotypically beautiful. You know, we think of AI women as being these, impossibly hypersexualised with tiny waists and what have you, but you have to have a really good... It's like in pageants. You're going to have a good-looking winner, but they have to be an all-round person. They have to have a message.
But they're not real people. There's somebody in a studio has ticked the 5 boxes to, they save the ocean. They want to talk about the environment. They've been given... The AI hasn't decided what this personality is. This has been created.
But the creators decided. It's their reflection.
But we then get into a whole different argument over what's real and what's not. And I know that the organisers behind this, and it's fantastic, are going to put on a music awards, do all sorts of really cool things. But imagine if you're a jobbing musician, you're not going to be able to get any appearances anymore because Elvis is suddenly recording a song about the weather in Bristol. It's just like this is the way this technology is going to go if we don't have a better control and a better conversation about it.
Can I ask Sally Ann, why is there no men? Why is it all female-generated characters?
Apparently, there were some men. What you mean, the actual
in the shortlist.
There were some men in the shortlist, and actually in the pipeline, there's going to be a male equivalent. There's going to be a male one as well. So everyone's going to be represented. But what I'd like to say is that quite a few of these contestants are created by all-female teams. They're not just men in their bedrooms with the curtains drawn, that sort of thing. So it's.
That's a really bad stereotype, by the way.
There is that
All due
concern.
respect.
Lily's been in touch saying, I can appreciate the use of AI models in countries where it's too dangerous for women to speak up, but the beauty factor really distresses me. How am I supposed to hear an ideal message when the beauty element adheres to old-fashioned ideas of what women should look like? Stephen says this is fast, this AI. It's not a good look for young women and girls. It's just going to lead to more teens feeling not good enough. Ellie says... There's so many real-life examples of diverse women that young girls can look up to. There's literally no need to create fantastical fake versions that caricature their achievements.
But they are being created regardless of this pageant or not. That is the way of the world, And if they can give some support and some comfort and some good messages to young girls, for them to follow, I don't think that's a bad thing, to be honest with you. They could be following a lot worse.
It is a fascinating subject,
Yeah.
the subject of AI particularly, Will. I'm with you. You want to make sure that you can concentrate on all those bits as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.